Where was it trying to go? I'm going to pull in here because I remember this is a little roundabout that somebody wanted me to test. I think there definitely are some improvements. I mean, this is smooth getting us. Still too close for my comfort. We're going to see if it can get us out from Trader Joe's. Not too many people around at 11 p.m. But I want to test a couple of these places I've had problems and see if my feedback has changed how it behaves. I'm gonna have to do more testing in parking lots, but obviously we had that one problem in the Whole Foods parking lot, but where was it trying to go? That's weird. Normally, okay, it was trying to turn there. This is the way I would normally go. Okay. So that wasn't perfect. I'll send the report. Should get the report for the disengagement, but like an extra bookmark. We'll see if that helps. Pulling out, having to get over. All right, there's no traffic, and we did not get over into the right lane like we needed to. I'm gonna let it go. Okay, so there's no cars there, and we came out. Whoa, okay, wait a second here. I thought that we made a mistake, but going back and looking at the video, I realized something. The whole time I've been testing this, I thought we needed to get into that right lane. But then when I look at it, I realize that the center turning lane here has no indications that it's a straight only. And the road to the right has multiple lanes to turn into. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I'm going to let the car do whatever it wants to because there's nobody behind me. There's nobody that could possibly cause a problem with it, even though it may not be perfectly legal. And the car turned. I thought it was going to turn into the right lane. However, it turned into the left lane. And so I realized afterwards that it intended to do that. Okay, sorry about that. It did somehow rerouted a different route and was going to take me away that I did not want to go to test this particular thing before we finish up for the evening. So I just drove until it, manually until it rerouted us, and we'll see what happens. So since it rerouted us and didn't take, I wanted to be over there on 95, I ended up going a different way. We're not going to test one of the things I wanted to see, which was behavior on the off-ramp, but we're still going to see how it works. If it's still basically, actually, I'm going to pull in here because I remember this is a little roundabout that somebody wanted me to test. And we need to wait a second until we reroute. Until we, yeah. So this roundabout was a total failure the last time I tried it. I'm not even sure if I made a video. A little jerky at the end, but it worked. That was good. Okay, should be getting the right lane. The map. So that's interesting. The map is a little bit wrong. Basically it showed we were in that parking deck and it shows us over there, so the map data is not entirely correct, but we still were able to get out of the parking lot even though we weren't quite in the right lane. Okay, that is not good. right, so that wasn't great. Disengaged. The roundabout was good. Getting out of that, there's a bus lane, and we tried to veer into the bus lane a little bit, and I didn't like that. This could be interesting. If I remember correctly, right up here is a no turn on red. It's not something I'm going to go back and do over and over again. I don't have the time tonight to do that. This is pretty much going to be the end. So we're going to take what we get. But this no turn on red. Okay, so tried to veer us over. Nope, okay. I was wrong. That is the beginning of the turn lane, and it was very not marked well. Here is the red light. No turn on red. Oh, we got a green arrow. So I did see, I think I saw at least one other video where it did, I think from Brandon, where it did not go on a no turn on red anymore. So that may be taken care of. One of my videos was the one where we got to stop here on red, and that worked 2 or 3 versions ago. So we know that the beta is definitely understanding some of these street signs a little bit better. The speed limit there changed to 50, but my max was still set at 35, so I held down the stock here to reset my speed limit. So it did, but it's slowing nicely for this on-ramp. Overall, even though there's no traffic, I would say that I'm impressed by the smoothness and the things that this update has changed. I think over the next few days you'll see videos from myself and some of the other testers. I'll at least try to go out and drive where we can more definitively say that these improvements, there are significant improvements or not. But for this quick night drive, I think there definitely are some improvements. I mean, this is smooth getting on, switching lanes, getting out of the exit only lane. Now here is going to be the test. Hopefully have this set far enough that it's going to work, but right now the navigation has us going straight on this road that we're on, and up until now, with the non-beta version navigated on autopilot and every beta up until now, my car has tried to get me into the right turn lane, which puts me onto this road, and I have to override it to go straight. The nav still shows us going straight. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that it works, and if it does, I'm going to take over and I'm going to take this right turn anyway as the last thing of the night, because that's the steep curvy road, Who's Road, where every time I have to disengage so that it doesn't get too close to the steep edge. So we are getting into the right lane, which is okay, but what we don't want is the car to get into the turn only lane here in a second. But we're going to do it anyway, even if it doesn't. Oh my gosh. For the first time, it worked. Okay, now I am actually going to take over, and I'm going to get into this lane because I want to test this road. And actually, this error is how I found out about this cool road to test, because I let the car do it. I want to let it reroute here real quick because this is a tough intersection. There we go. Oh, I don't think the nav is right for where I want to go. It's not. That still did that very nicely, but that's not where I want to go. So I'm going to pull over here in a second and all right, I do apologize. I just realized I made a U-turn. I'm going to renav to this last destination, and I just realized that I had my GoPro in the wrong mode. It was in narrow instead of wide, which I normally shoot in. So my apologies, but I do want to get this video out just to show the improvements. So, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna see how this last part of Whose Road works. So one of my earlier videos was during the daytime, and every time up until now I've had to disengage FSD Beta on the steep curvy part where there's a drop off on the right, because we've gotten too close to the edge for my comfort. I'm definitely not going to let the car drive off the edge. Reported it, and I think that's literally an edge case that we'll see if the beta team, early access team, has solved. I think it's funny the speed limit goes from 25 to 35 just before it gets extra curvy, but I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So the edge, still too close for my comfort. And there was a car there. I'm going to re-engage. Okay, it's slowed down to go around that steep curve. Report that. First of all, I will try this again. Even though the speed limit is 35, like that sign says there, I don't think there was one back there, but 25 is probably a better speed to go. So maybe I'll, excuse me, maybe I'll try that next time. Obviously, we just saw it as it got to the more curve, the more narrow curve, it slowed down, but it didn't in that other section. And it's just too close for my comfort. Okay, we've struggled at this intersection before. The last update was the first time that it actually got into the correct lane. And this one continues to get into the correct lane, so that's good. I'm pretty confident around that curve. Not much traffic, but I'm hopeful that you guys are going to see some really good videos coming out from all the testers in the next few days. If my guess, if this drive tonight is any indication, this update is better. Now, like I said, we've seen some differences in behavior between updates, so could get better, could get worse, but right now I'm very happy. Alright, so it's 11:20. I got some stuff to do. So I think that'll be it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing so that you can see future updates from me. And I think this weekend, with any luck, I will try to head back to DC. I was a little hesitant to do it with the time constraints I had recently, and really hoping we were going to get a new update now that we have it after Christmas. Hopefully this weekend I'll go back to DC and see how it fares there. So that's why if you subscribe, you get the notifications that my new videos are out. Thank you very much for watching. I'm excited to see how this beta is going to progress. Hope you are too. And see you guys later.